Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel once again for another episode of Figure Talk. So today I'm joined by a very, very special guest, Zach from the channel King Zachary. So I just want to say, man, I'm super jealous that you got to go to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. I highly recommend anyone who is into collectibles to go. Everyone has to go at least once in their life. Some people might not want to go more. There was a lot of people there, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We were just talking before about how crazy conventions are and the fact that when you go there, there's so much going on that you literally don't know where to look. There's so much stuff going on. There's people in costume. There's just awesome stuff to look at. There's just stuff going on absolutely everywhere. So you get really flustered. But when you do get back, you get to look at the photos that you've taken, look at all the awesome stuff that was there, and just really appreciate the fact that you got to go.
Yeah, because if not, you're in such a crazy daze the entire time. I mean, the whole time I was just trying to buy. I spent 14 hours, 2 days in a row just buying stuff. That's literally it.
Yeah, exactly right. It's just a huge buying fest when you go to, or when I go to any Comic-Con at least. Yeah. I literally just, whatever hot toys are coming out, I'll wait to the Comic-Con and I'll just pick them up all at once there. I think last year I picked up, from one of the Australian Comic-Cons, I picked up Purple Coat Joker, Deadshot, and Harley all at once at the Comic-Con. And let's just say my missus was not very happy that I spent that much money all in one day.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't imagine. They're also a good way to find all of the older ones for at least decent prices.
Exactly. And this is the first time that I'm sort of announcing this, guys. I'm actually going to the Anime Con in Hong Kong, so I'll be bringing you coverage from the event on Friday. I'll be taking photos, I'll be taking videos, and I might put a bit of a live video up on my channel so you guys can check that out and ask me any questions while I'm actually at the event as well. So anyway, Zachary and I are going to get started with our talking points for today. So we're going to chat about the releases from San Diego. I thought it would be good to chat to Zachary about this just because he was there and he actually saw the figures in person. So there's no one better to talk to. And he's got some really high-res pictures as well that I will overlay on the video so you guys can have a look at his photos. So first things first, we are going to talk about the advanced suit Spider-Man from the upcoming Spider-Man game. So what do you think of this figure, having seen it in person?
The suit looked a lot different. Do you have the recent Homecoming releases?
I do. Yes.
Yeah, the suit looked a tad bit different. I like the texture. I don't think they went in and used a different material. It just looked the texture looked a lot different on both of them, and that was quite surprising. But I didn't expect the Spider-Punk to get released, but yep. I believe they have announced that one, right?
Yes, I think they have as well. Our Sideshow says it's going to be up for pre-order soon at least, so there's some sort of hope for that one being released as well. Yeah.
Honestly, personally, I love Spider-Man, so I'll end up probably getting both. But if you had to pick, I would definitely go with the one from the video game.
Oh, absolutely. It's gorgeous. I mean, just looking at this figure and the poses that they have with it, even that little Spidey sense thing, that is just gold for me. I absolutely love those sort of effects pieces. It's so awesome. I cannot wait to get this figure. It's an absolute must-buy for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm gonna I'm not saying the Spider-Punk wasn't a good figure. That's not kind of for everyone, but it was definitely amazing. I mean, they had spikes on the head, kind of running from the front all the way to the back. It was some stuff I've never seen before done on these suits.
Exactly, and it would seem that they've ditched the fabric over the head sculpt sort of look and gone with a sculpted head sculpt. Is that what you saw in person?
Yeah, I did notice that too. There was, I mean, obviously I saw the prototype, so there was a bit of the texture difference, the variation. The coloring wasn't too bad off, but you could tell that it wasn't the same material.
Okay.
Which, if they can go in and do some more work on it, I think it'll end up better because I had a big problem with the seam running through the face mask on mine.
Yeah, mine's pretty rough too. I mean, it's not even in the center, so it doesn't even run down that middle line, which is really annoying. So.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible actually. Mine runs almost at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah, exactly. I really wish they'd gone with the sculpted head for the Homecoming ones as well. But anyway, I guess they didn't. Maybe they'll do it. They'll do it next time.
Yeah. It looked good. I definitely would have preferred the sculpted head.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the next one that I want to have a chat about is the War Machine Mark IV. So this is an absolute beast of a figure. I love the suit in the film, even though it was only on screen for a bit. But it just looks like an absolute tank. What do you think?
It's a monster. There's so much going on the figure that it's almost a bit too much. But
yeah.
I don't have any War Machines, so I'm looking very, very forward to this one. I don't even know how they're gonna, all the accessories and the guns and stuff. It was just a monster. I have some close-up shots that I'll kick over. See, they had it set up with all kinds of rockets and stuff in the back. It definitely stood out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a must-buy for me. I have all of the released War Machines so far, except for the Mark I diecast. I've got the plastic version, so I'm hoping while I'm over in Hong Kong, who knows, I might be able to find one over there, but this is definitely going to be taking center stage in my Infinity War display, along with that Mark 50 Iron Man as well.
Yeah, as of right now, I think like the bulkiest one or the better version is the Civil War version. So yes. I think this one's definitely going to be much bigger. It's expensive though.
It is very expensive. Here, it's going to be something like $650 or something like that. Over there, it's what, $415?
Yeah, give or take. It's like $8 more than the Mark 50.
Okay, all right, yep. So it's a little bit more expensive there as well. So I think that's not just Hot Toys increasing the price, but I think Sideshow is also increasing their prices because obviously they're just a distributor. They can charge what they like and make whatever markup they like. So yeah. I think they might be putting a price. I'm not necessarily sure. Look, I don't know this, but I'm not necessarily sure if it's Hot Toys that are increasing the prices as dramatically as people think. I think it might be Sideshow, which is giving the market an idea of where the price is going because they're setting their own prices.
Yeah, they both are. They're both. But obviously, anytime they make any type of changes or anything like that, both of them are going to get together and discuss it. I mean, with high-end companies like this, or like Rolex, for example, you have to charge a certain amount of money
exactly.
for Rolex. Same thing with this. At the end of the day, I'm not going to. I mean, it's a whole. Honestly, I could talk about this for like 3 hours. It's a whole. It's a whole different issue. These people they set the market. They can do whatever they want, and they earn that right. To be honest with you.
Absolutely, 100%. We definitely should do a video on this. Or actually, Zachary and I are thinking about putting together a podcast potentially. So do let us know if you guys would be interested. I'm going to put a card up in the corner of the screen right now, so you guys can vote to let us know what you think about the potential of an upcoming figure-specific or figure-centric podcast. So do let us know about that. So we'll talk about the next reveal now, which is the DX17, I think it was, Darth Maul, and you can get the version with or without the speeder. This thing looks absolutely awesome.
No, must buy with the speeder. I didn't know at the time that this was going to be a DX version, yep. So it's going to come with the purge system, which the purge system is a game changer on whatever figure it's on.
For sure. I'm an absolute... Every time a figure has that, I spend ages just tweaking the eyes just to get it... It just works for so many different poses. I really love that. It's awesome.
It gives you like a level of creative freedom that you can just go crazy with it. I have the Sideshow Maul, which I'm a huge fan of. I think they knocked that figure out the park, except for some issues with the body being loose. But I did notice that this one is definitely a little more, I guess, weathered, you could say.
Okay, all right, yep. And this one comes with the robe as well. I had the Sideshow one as well with the loose joints, and mine, obviously, being I think it was the Battle of Naboo version or whatever they called it. Mine didn't have the robe, so I cannot wait to get this one and have him displayed with the robe, with the speeder just hovering behind him. It's going to look so awesome. Yeah, no,
and one of the biggest selling points on this one is obviously the hologram Palpatine.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's him who's the hologram.
Is it him or is it Palpatine? No,
I think it's him crossing his arms.
It is him.
So I guess you can have that displayed with maybe a potentially prequel version of Darth Sidious, maybe?
Yeah, I thought this whole time that it was Palpatine. I guess I just assumed that they would have Palpatine and not him, but
Me too.
that actually is
yeah.
kind of better because you can have a small hologram of him. That's useful.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He looks awesome. I'm definitely going to get the one with the speeder, and I love the fact that he comes with the display base with the interchangeable cards, so you can have him with the Battle of Naboo if they do release a Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, or you can have him just with the speeder bike as well. So I really love the flexibility that it gives you.
Oh yeah, and insider information right here. You're hearing it now. Qui-Gon is a GOAT.
Oh, you heard that here first, guys.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon is a go. Well, if I do see anything at AnimeCon, Hot Toys does like to announce stuff there, I will obviously let you guys know, but I'm so excited to see that Liam Neeson figure. If they do that, I'm going to be camping outside Secret Base to pick that figure up.
Yeah, one of my favorite. I mean, I was young whenever that movie came out, and I mean, he was obviously my favorite out of the movie, and I don't know if they're actually releasing him. I'm just like 99.9% sure that they're releasing him. They did. Did you see the teaser image that they had?
Yes, I did. Yep, absolutely. Looks badass, seriously.
Yeah, and they've been punching out the Star Wars figures. They've been doing them even, releasing them 2 or 3 months early. So I think that they're going to definitely come out with the Qui-Gon Jinn without a doubt.
Oh, for sure. All right, cool. We're going to chat about something now that a lot of people are not too keen about. I haven't decided where I am yet on this, but it's the Mark 50 accessories pack for the Iron Man, the diecast figure. Where do you stand on this?
If you're getting the Thanos figure, you have to get this because it comes with all of the good stuff from the movie, obviously. My favorite is the, I don't know what you want to call it, the battering ram fist. Because that's one of my favorite. I love that scene whenever he locks down his foot and just comes with the left hook, and he actually makes him bleed. That's one of my favorite scenes. Do you know how much they're asking for it?
I know the Australian price. I think it was $350 Australian dollars.
Yeah, so that comes out to a little over, I think, $200. Yeah,
it's kind of expensive for what it is.
Yeah, to be honest, the figure itself is humongous. I think it justifies the extra cost. But I mean, honestly, look at what this comes with. You think they're going to charge $400 for all of that?
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be realistic.
Absolutely. I mean, when I see it in person, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be blown away by all of the stuff that it comes with. The sheer amount is just awesome.
Yeah, you got to see it in person. You got to see the size of it and the detail. There's just no way. I would rather have the opportunity to spend extra money to get all of this stuff than just not release it.
Yeah, for sure. And it marks, the third time that they've actually done an accessory set. So if this sells well, I'm thinking that they're maybe going to take that information and roll with some more accessory sets. Hopefully for Jedi Luke, maybe the Endor version with the helmet, maybe. We'll see how we go.
Yeah, I noticed in the recent release of Luke that they're starting to put in the instruction manuals. They're leaving out options for later on, like accessories for later on. It says it in the instructions, so I think that they're going to start going that route. To be honest with you, it'll kind of appease collectors in the sense of where they don't have to keep buying the same figure, just a different version. It's just, I think it's a good tactic, but if you want these accessories, I mean, you have to pay for them. That's how it is. And if you don't want them, don't get it.
Exactly. So that's our thoughts on the accessories pack. So next is a figure that I was not expecting to see at all, being the 1/4 scale Darth Vader from Return of the Jedi version. So my thoughts on this is it looks really, really, really awesome, but I wish it was the A New Hope Vader. There's something about the A New Hope Vader with the robes over the armor and the red tinted lenses as well. There's something about that really just resonates with me. I don't know why, but it just looks so awesome. But this still looks really epic. I just kind of wish it was the A New Hope one.
Yeah, the problem is if it would have been a New Hope one, you wouldn't have most likely gotten the head sculpt. And the head sculpt is phenomenal. I did not realize, I didn't know what it was whenever I saw it. I'd just gotten off the plane probably an hour before, and I walked up and I assumed it was a maybe like a premium format statue or something. Then I looked at the base, and when I saw the base, I immediately knew it was a 1/4 scale, and it blew my mind away. The head sculpt, and it comes with a specific stand for the helmet, and the way they had it laid out was amazing. I can't pass this one up, that's for sure.
Oh, for sure. And now I've gone crazy collecting 1/4 scale figures. This is going to be added to my growing 1/4 scale collection as well.
Aren't they? They're amazing. If you think the detail on a 1/6 scale is good, buy a Hot Toy quarter scale Mark 43, and then come talk to me.
Yeah, exactly right. So that's the Darth Vader. Now, the last topic that we're going to actually talk about, or the last figure we're going to talk about, is something that may or may not get released, and that is the Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, these photos are courtesy of Zachary, so I've put his watermark in the corner. Feel free to take a look at all of the photos. They'll be playing throughout the video. So this guy looks absolutely awesome. His wingspan is enormous, from the photos at least. Tell me what it looks like in person.
Yeah, no, I think I have a... I'm going to have to go and look at my phone. I think I might have one of somebody standing next to it so you can get a scale. You're looking at like a 27 to 28 inch wingspan. It's ridiculous.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. My favorite thing about this one was the jacket. I think the jacket's phenomenal. You can tell they used the head from Spider-Man, the deluxe version.
Yes.
But I think for a prototype, I mean, this is an amazing prototype. I do not see them releasing this thing.
Yeah, that's my issue as well. I don't think they'll do it. I mean, there's something about Marvel villains in particular and big engineering nightmares, like for instance the Hulkbuster, which took 2 years, right? Like, they don't want to go down that road again.
Yeah, no, they don't. At some point, Hot Toys realized that they lost money on that figure, without a doubt. The amount of time and money they spent into redeveloping it, they didn't know that at the time. And then once you announce it, you can't go back and say, okay, well, we kind of underestimated it. It's going to be, a couple $100 more. You can't do that.
Exactly.
But and not to mention all of the breakable parts on this thing, it just... I would be quite surprised if they release it, to be honest with you. But if they do, that's an instant pre-order. You can't turn it down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, the fact that we're even looking at a photo of the Hot Toys Vulture is just crazy in my mind. And if they do actually go ahead and release it, as I said with the Qui-Gon, I'm going to be camping outside Secret Base, man. I mean, I really need to get this Vulture figure. It looks awesome. I'm so happy that they've even entertained the idea of making this figure.
Yeah. It's better than nothing. They even, sent out a prototype. And I hope we're wrong. I hope we're wrong, because the thing was amazing. The figures just the photos don't do any justice at all. Not until you got to see it in person.
Exactly. Well, when I go to the Anime Con, I will absolutely see it in person. I will let you know what I think about it. I mean, I just want to know how that base, which is so much smaller than the wingspan, how that base can even hold this figure up.
I actually thought the same thing, and I tried to look under to see if it was hot glued or anything, but I couldn't tell, because that bugged me for like 2 days straight.
It must be screwed in underneath or something for it to be that.
Yeah, it has to be, because that's just a dynamic stand. I mean, it defies all logic of physics. I mean,
unless those wings weigh absolutely nothing and the base is filled with lead, I mean, I don't know how they would do it otherwise.
Yeah, no, I mean, the wings probably are light, but I don't know, because it's a prototype. I know that they don't really. A lot of times they just cast, resin or something.
Exactly. Well, the Vulture was the last figure that we're going to talk about. We want to keep the video to not quite as long as some of the other ones, but we want to try and stay on topic. So, the Vulture was the last Hot Toys reveal that we're going to talk about. Now, we're going to quickly talk about our favorite figure reveals from the con, and then we will wrap up. So, I'll quickly start with my favorite. My favorite was probably Shuri. I don't know why, but she just looks bad. Seriously, those gauntlets, the face sculpt is so on point. She is just awesome.
I literally was going to say the exact same thing. Shuri all the way. Pro Shuri. And they're releasing her. John Wick, Shuri, J.C. Hong's posting photos of him working on the head sculpts. They're going to release him, no doubt.
100%.
That figure honestly was amazing. Another one of my favorites was T'Challa on the throne.
Oh yes, that looks so awesome, and even with like the little sandal feet as well.
Yeah. I love weird things like that. I'm holding out for a casino T'Challa. You never heard of that?
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
With the casino suit and tuxedo, that's what I'm holding out for.
Oh, absolutely, that's gonna be so awesome. I can't wait to see the Shuri figure in person. I mean, I'm so jealous that you got to see it. It looks really cool.
Yeah, the head sculpt was amazing. You should start getting excited like right now, probably. I would start
absolutely.
Getting really excited.
I'm actually buzzing to get over there and start looking at these figures. So that's about it for this episode of Figure Talk, guys. I mean, we've chatted all things San Diego Comic-Con. I'm sure we'll be doing this again. Let us know if you want us to get together and do this podcast. We might be able to organize that and even get some other guests from other YouTube channels on. We're going to see how we go. So that is about it, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out Zach's channel down in the description below, and we'll catch you in the next video.